Okay, so it's Mike reporting for ESCKAZ.com. I'm with the head of delegation for Albania, Kleart, Duraj. Hey, how's it going?
Good, yeah. Fine, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm having a good time in Lisbon. And yourself?
Are you tired yet? No.
I'm always tired, you know me.
Always tired, okay.
So I want to start off by talking about your selection process. It's usually the first in the year. It's quite a big, involved process. Tell me some things about that and who is behind the concepts and everything for that.
Yeah, we have one of the oldest, we call it festival, but actually it's a song contest, which when it was conceived as a copy of Sanremo by a great musician of Albania, but that used to study in Italy. So he saw that concept, liked it very much, started doing it in Albania. The last year, in December, it was the 56th edition. Yeah. This year in December, it's going to be the 57th edition, making it in the 30th oldest in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, after Sanremo and Eurovision Song Contest. It had its ups and downs, but now we are very happy. The process is all live performance of a great symphonic orchestra. Artists that come with their bands, they are also integrated there. So this is how it happens. We start admitting songs usually in September, October, and then it goes to the final stage, usually 20-something songs, until it goes to the final. We have always trying to find a better time for our song contest, seeing that in the last years the popularity has grown in Europe. People want to watch it live, or they want to see who is going to represent Albania, being the first country that picks the artists for the next Eurovision Song Contest. So we are trying to make it in a more convenient time, either prior to Christmas or in a convenient time between Christmas and New Year.
You plan on changing the time.
Exactly.
And also, we are both young enough that we may see the 100th anniversary of the festival.
Of course, I'm sure we will.
And so, coming on to your attitude to promotional parties and the fan media, do you think promotional events are useful, given that, like Ryback and Salvador Sabari, they never did any promotion before the contest? What are your opinions of it?
I think they are important. They are there in order for the artists to show beforehand who they are, what they are capable of doing, to represent not only their act, but to represent also with whom they have done it, their band, if there is any composers, lyric writers. I think that's Eurovision. It's not simply those 3 nights in May. It's a process that starts as soon as one Eurovision finishes, then the process for the next one starts. It's like a big feast. So I think promotion parties are important for the artists to go there and show themselves and show to everyone what they are capable of doing. Of course, there is always the possibility of not going there and winning it. I don't see that much connected with promo parties with winning Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to find out from you, whether you think that they actually influence the final result when we come to May.
It might influence to a certain extent, but I think it's better they serve the purpose of introducing artists to a broader audience, the broader possible.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. And your opinion on the fan media, because it's kind of taken over the Eurovision world a little bit. So the websites, the blogs.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I deal with that every year and most of the time. Some of them I of course appreciate. I take into consideration their ideas, their remarks, critics. Not all of them, of course. Some. I mean, it's impossible that a fan or also media or a journalist would not like or prefer one song better on the others, or I don't know, 10 songs out of one semi-final or the other. It's quite normal. But when what they are saying and what they write makes sense, then of course it's something to be taken into consideration, because they also have an experience. They have been dealing with it for some time. So this is how
It's good to hear that from a delegation point of view, that the fan media and the work that we do is actually appreciated and constructive criticism is taken on board and sometimes acted on. So, Kleart, one final question for you. If you were to change one single rule at the Eurovision Song Contest, what would you change and why?
Live music, live orchestra. That's what I change. I think we have lost a bit with that. I know it's going to be very costly, very complicated, a lot of people, but I think at the end of the day this is the biggest musical feast in Europe. Why not have it with live orchestra? Let some mistake happen, let's do some more rehearsal, let's get you guys even more tired. But I think it's going to be...
You like seeing me tired, don't you, Kleart?
Of course, especially you and Andy.
Kleart, always an absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you so much for your time and good luck with everything, and we will hopefully see Albania in the final in a few days' time.
You can not only help by promoting, as you have always done, and I would like to thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
But once you are in Portugal, you can vote for Albania. Portugal is voting in the first semi-final.
Thanks, Kleart.
Thank you very much.